Deuteronomy 21. This is the chapter where we finally get some answers. No ambiguity, no weird symbolism. It's just God telling us what to do about dead bodies, and what to do with enslaved women, and how to deal with two wives if you like one more than the other, and how to punish a naughty boy, and how to do a lynching somehow. If someone is found slain, lying in a field in the land the Lord your God is giving you to possess, and it is not known who the killer was, your elders and judges shall go out and measure the distance from the body to the neighboring towns. Then the elders of the town nearest the body shall take a heifer that has never been worked and has never worn a yoke, and lead it down to a valley that has not been plowed or planted, and where there is a flowing stream. There, in the valley, they are to break the heifer's neck. Worst episode of SVU ever. Okay, there's a dead body on the ground. We don't know who it is, we don't know who did it, and Detective Moses here says step 1 is breaking out the tape measure, because who needs fingerprints or DNA? He didn't even say why we're measuring the distance to the next town. It's 350 feet. Now what? Are we supposed to assume that the murderer comes from the nearest town? Because that's not necessarily true. I know when I murder people, I always move the body a few feet over so it's closer to a different city, just to throw everyone off the scent. And the measuring thing is before that town gives us a lazy, innocent cow to murder. The only way this makes sense, even biblically, is if the cow murdered the dude. But we don't know that. They just grabbed a heifer and broke its neck for the hell of it. How does this get us any closer to the killer? The Levitical priests shall step forward, for the Lord your God has chosen them to minister and to pronounce blessings in the name of the Lord, and to decide all cases of dispute and assault. Then all the elders of the town nearest the body shall wash their hands over the heifer whose neck was broken in the valley, and they shall declare, our hands did not shed this blood, nor did our eyes see it done. Accept this atonement for your people Israel, whom you have redeemed, Lord, and do not hold your people guilty of the blood of an innocent person. Then the bloodshed will be atoned for, and you will have purged from yourselves the guilt of shedding innocent blood, since you have done what is right in the eyes of the Lord. So, no reason. We killed the cow as a way to tell God we're sorry about the corpse we found, and maybe a burger will cheer God up? Or maybe it's because there's like a biblical rule somewhere that God likes murders in even numbers. I don't remember that rule, but listen, there have been a lot of rules. No time to dwell on that though, because we need to know what to do about all the women we stole. When you go to war against your enemies, and the Lord your God delivers them into your hands and you take captives, if you notice among the captives a beautiful woman and are attracted to her, you may take her as your wife. Bring her into your home and have her shave her head, trim her nails, and put aside the clothes she was wearing when captured. After she has lived in your house and mourned her father and mother for a full month, then you may go to her and be her husband, and she shall be your wife. If you are not pleased with her, let her go wherever she wishes. You must not sell her or treat her as a slave, since you have dishonored her. I can't tell if this is supposed to be romantic. Remember when you ransacked a village and killed every man in sight, but in the middle of a beheading you noticed a hottie? Well, guess what? Finish those final few slashes, and she's yours. She's coming to live with you. Just shave her head against her will and take off her clothes without apparently giving her new ones, and let her be sad for a month. But after that, her body belongs to you. At least until you get tired of assaulting her, at which point you have to let her out of the cage. For free. Because we're nice. We're the Bible people. We know what's best for women. Give it time. Texas will turn all this into a law somehow. If a man has 2 wives, and he loves one but not the other, and both bear him sons, but the firstborn is the son of the wife he does not love, when he wills his property to his sons, he must not give the rights of the firstborn to the son of the wife he loves in preference to his actual firstborn, the son of the wife he does not love. He must acknowledge the son of his unloved wife as the firstborn by giving him a double share of all he has. That son is the first sign of his father's strength. The right of the firstborn belongs to him. This is a real dilemma of biblical proportions. What do you do when you hate the mother of your eldest son, but love the mother of your other son? Answer: too bad. The order is eldest son, wife you love, other son, ugly wife. Even if that eldest son annoys the hell out of you, you have to give him stuff. Double the stuff, in fact. And if you have daughters, no one cares. What do your wives get? Nothing. Those are the rules. It is strange that the Bible has nothing to say about a man having 2 wives. We're just taking that as a given and moving on. Traditional marriage, I guess. If someone has a stubborn and rebellious son who does not obey his father and mother and will not listen to them when they discipline him, his father and mother shall take hold of him and bring him to the elders at the gate of his town. They shall say to the elders, "This son of ours is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey us. He is a glutton and a drunkard." Then all the men of his town are to stone him to death. You must purge the evil from among you. All Israel will hear of it and be afraid. I also saw this episode of Dr. Phil, and I was surprised by the stoning. I thought they were going to send the kid to boot camp. Nope. Murdered him, because that's how you teach a child a lesson, by giving him 0 second chances. And for what again? Because he eats food and gets drunk. That's how I prepare for these videos. In this very chapter so far, the adult men have committed polygamy, killed an innocent cow, and kidnapped a slave woman. But a teenager got tipsy, so he's the one who gets the death penalty. Actually, they don't specify age. And you know who eats and drinks a lot to the point where they don't function? Babies. Are they spared here? Because the Bible doesn't say they're exempt. Do you remember how the Israelites are supposed to defeat the Canaanites in battle? Do you remember why we're supposedly going after them? It's because they practice child sacrifice. And yet here we are, murdering the equivalent of a high school pothead. If someone guilty of a capital offense is put to death, and their body is exposed on a pole, you must not leave the body hanging on the pole overnight. Be sure to bury it that same day, because anyone who is hung on a pole is under God's curse. You must not desecrate the land the Lord your God is giving you as an inheritance. Oh, sure. I mean, if you gotta lynch someone, you gotta bury the body. Don't let that sit overnight like a weirdo. Respect the land. Respect God. Do your chores and clean up the bloody, gruesome mess you made. Bury the body of the dude you just murdered for probably no good reason. God should not have to look at the dead body of a man whose death he could have prevented if God ever felt like doing anything useful. I cannot believe people think this is a guidebook for morality. No wonder our criminal justice system is broken. God punishes all the wrong people while the cops go on a rampage. The only people that are safe are hot women who have a firstborn son. And even then, we're talking about women who have been kidnapped. There is just no humanity or decency in this book. I thought it was bad enough in the previous chapter about holy wars, but this chapter should turn everyone into an atheist.